Hi guys, thanks for joining me today for another episode of Catalysts and Curiosities. It's all just paper. Now Meg hasn't provided a theme for this week, but the title of the newsletter was It's All Just Paper, and then has a gentle reminder, don't overthink it. And it's funny, isn't it? How something as simple as paper can hold so much. Memories, colour, fragments of our days. And yet at the end of it all, it is just paper. And sometimes that thought feels freeing. Now, I'm not much of an overthinker. In fact, I would go as far as to say that I'm an underthinker in basically all aspects of my life, apart from when there's an expectation on me from someone else. And then I find myself overthinking. And I'm okay with that. Because if I'm doing something for someone, then I want it to be like I've put thought into it. And if that means a little bit of overthinking is necessary, then that's fine. Overthinking doesn't take over my life, so I will allow it in my life occasionally in that respect. And it's a bit like balance, isn't it? A gentle tug of war between care and chaos, between letting go and wanting it to mean something. Now, something that I very much do underthink, is this accordion art journal for Catalysts and Curiosities, which is a fortnightly prompt-based newsletter by Meg over at Meg Journals, and you can head to her channel to see how to sign up to her free newsletter. No pressure, no challenge, no commitment, just a space to let your art run free. And I think there's something really lovely in that idea. Art that doesn't ask anything of you. It just sits quietly waiting for you to play. Now, this week's elements were fragment, found papers, and edges. And the colour palette was to take inspiration from the fabrics around you. Now, I craft in my living room, and I have a black carpet, black leather couches, and I've got this black, grey and white storage stool thing that you can kind of see off shot a little bit. So I guess we're going shades of black, white and grey for this week. Which is all super serendipitous given it is spooky season, so I'm definitely not mad at that. And there's a quiet sort of comfort in those muted tones, isn't there? A little mystery, a little calm. Sometimes colour can be loud, other times absence feels more powerful. And as you can see, I was just getting some of my extra bits off onto that bit of paper there, just to give a bit of texture to a future make. Now, I also do have my autumn and Halloween decorations up, so I do also have a lot of oranges surrounding me as well, so I do have a bit of that in here too with this make. So I'm getting the paints out, the watercolours, the gloopy black paint I've got. It's not acrylic, but I don't actually know what it is, and some white gesso, which you've seen me just make an absolute mess with because I've got a bit of black in it, and I was like, oh no, I need to get all the black paint out of my white paint. So that was why I made such a mess a minute ago. and I found a garden centre bit of mail in my scrap drawer that is autumn themed, and I'm just going to decorate the edge of the page I've chosen to work in with fragments of that bit of found paper and just do some underthinking with my paints. Maybe that's the trick, not thinking too hard about what fits, but just noticing how things feel together. Letting instinct lead instead of intuition. And then at the end I just do a little bit of writing to remind me to underthink my art. And that's going to be it. I love working in this journal and just being free. And I invite you to underthink your art too. It's so relaxing. Put on a TV show or some music you like. Get your glue out and just stick whatever to whatever else. And paint whatever colours and just make something. It's all just paper. And that's the beauty of it. When the stakes are low, the magic shows up. I'd love it if you could let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on today's make and prompts. And if you enjoyed this video, please do give it a like and also subscribe if you're not already. Head over to Meg Journals as well and just check out how you can sign up to the newsletter to get the prompts for Catalysts and Curiosities. Thank you to everyone that is already subscribed and everyone who is new, and just thank you all for watching. I am so grateful to have you all come along to see what mess I'm making this week, which was actually quite a big mess. I will be back soon with something else. In the meantime, I will just let you watch the last few seconds of me underthinking my art, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.